Now, this is not good news. Not good news. Definitely not good news. And absolutely not the bad news that I would want to receive just days before starting off the 2024 new year. Franchise owners of Kansas City Twin Peaks just dropped a huge bombshell on their gratuity-based wait staff and scantily clad servers who rely on customer-paid tips to support their earnings or salaries. And since they are pretty much only making something like $2 an hour as an actual employee, which is hardly a livable wage. And just like I said, starting January 1, we talked about this on previous videos, shit is hitting the fan and the beginning of the great wealth transfer will be kicked off. The latest knife in the back is being referred to as a tip refund policy. And a copy of the letter from Twin Peaks franchise owners 3B Lodge that has been given to the girls and required to be signed, dated, and returned with just only 5 days to prepare for their income to be slashed starting 1/1/24. Here, take a look. Dear 3B Lodge employees, regarding the acknowledgement of tip refund for credit card processing fees dated December 27, 2023, as a valued member of our team for 3B Lodge, we would like to inform you about changes related to credit card processing fees affecting our operations. Effective January 1, we will be implementing a tip refund for credit card processing fees on all Visa, Discover, MasterCard, and American Express transactions. For each dollar in tips received through Visa, Discover, and MasterCard, a 2.5% refund will be deducted from your final checkout. Similarly, for tips received through American Express, a 3.25% refund will be deducted. Please note that this refund will only apply to credit card tips, not cash tips. We understand that this implementation may raise concerns, and we assure you that this decision was not made lightly. As the operating expenses of our restaurant continue to rise, it has become necessary for us to implement this policy associated with credit card processing fees. By signing below, this signifies your acceptance of this policy, and you can expect these deductions to begin on January 1. We value your dedication and commitment to our team, and we appreciate your cooperation in this matter. Thank you for your understanding and ongoing contributions to the success of 3B Lodge. And then it has a spot there for your full name, the employee's full name, employee signature, and the date. Ouch, though. That really sucks. It really does. But hey, it's to be expected, right? And I'm going to explain why. But first, a little bit of a background and history on the Wichita group 3B Lodge. And they just recently acquired 5 Twin Peaks units, according to the article that I read from the Franchise Times dated January 23, 2023. And then the newly formed 3B Lodge had acquired 5 Twin Peaks locations in Kansas City and Wichita from PB&J Restaurants. This group includes brothers Brad and Brent Stephen, who own the Wichita-based Stephen Hospitality Group, and their friend Brian Cardiff, an expert in financials. Brad serves as Chief Operating Officer, COO, Brent as CEO, and Cardiff as Chief Financial Officer, CFO, of their franchise restaurant and bar chain locations. The head Twin Peaks CEO, Joe Hummel, expressed enthusiasm about the 3B team's local expertise from Wichita, anticipating it will enhance the Twin Peaks lodges. And the 3B group at the time had plans to improve food quality, cleanliness, and guest experiences with a long-term goal of upgrading facilities. Hummel saw this acquisition as a strategic move for Twin Peaks, aiding its expansion in the Midwest, which he considers crucial for further growth to the West and North. In 2021, Twin Peaks' system-wide sales reached $388 million, and it ranked number 192 on the Franchise Times Top 500 list. And at the time, operating a franchise required an investment between $1.65 million and $4.5 million. And as mentioned earlier, Twin Peaks is also focusing on expansion. having planned to open 18 new restaurants this year, 2023, including further international growth. And currently, there are 4 locations in Mexico with more in development. CEO Hummel is confident in the brand's continual improvement and growth, citing the addition of the 3B team as a positive step in attracting new franchisees. But with growth comes challenges and changes, and they're not always going to be what people like. So yesterday, the Kansas City Star reported KC area Twin Peaks to implement controversial tip refund policy, according to what was allegedly said in a letter, and summarized the memo, which has been shared and reshared on Facebook thousands of times already, saying how processing fees will be deducted from credit card tips of area employees of the sports bar starting Monday. It says 2.5% will be deducted from Visa, Discover, and MasterCard tips, and 3.25% will be deducted from American Express tips. And I quote, "We understand that this implementation may raise concerns, and we assure you that this decision was not made lightly." According to the letter, which appears to be written with the letterhead for franchise group 3B Lodge, owners of the Kansas City area's Twin Peaks, and ever since the letter was reshared on Facebook, commenters with a variety of opinions began sounding off. One saying, "Imagine paying workers $2 an hour and then charging them for a business utility." Another saying, "Understandable. The restaurant's losing a lot of money on these service fees," while someone else encouraged retaliation against the restaurant and bar lodge chain by saying, "Let's just boycott Twin Peaks restaurants." The Kansas City Star concludes by saying, "Right or wrong, deducting a processing fee from tips is legal." According to Buddy Law, the CEO of the Missouri Restaurant Association, and I quote, "Credit card transaction fees continue to rise in the industry, and we believe it's really the operator's decision on how they either absorb or pass those fees on to the employees or the consumers," end quote. But can you imagine just how badly this will impact all the girls? Can you imagine how badly this is going to impact all the girls? And either they're going to need to encourage patrons to tip in cash, which is highly unlikely due to cash being phased out, or they're going to suffer. They will suffer the fate of ultimately working for free. Because, getting a low 5% or maybe 10% tip on serving beer, wings, or burgers, and then having most of that refunded back to the franchisee owners, well, there's just no way you can earn a decent living off of that. Well, at least not without some additional side hustle and other revenue streams to help supplement your income, perhaps maybe like an OnlyFans account or maybe something like that. But this is the great wealth transfer, folks, and it will take on many forms, and it will wipe out millions before long. We're only a couple days away from the reset, and the 2024 clock will start ticking. I hope everybody's ready. I hope everyone's prepared for what's happening. Thank you guys for watching. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake